Okay, so this is the ninth video for following tutorial series, which is data structures and algorithm. So today we have a new topic, which is the searching implementation of the array. So as I said before in the previous episode, there are 6 major topics that we have to cover according to the basic operations of the array. So this is the third topic, which is searching an element in an array. Otherwise, it can say searching operation. Uh, so, in the searching operation, we are going to perform a very basic searching method. So, if we want to do a proper searching method, so this is not the way. If you want to perform a proper or advanced searching procedure, we have to use tree data structure or any other data structure. Array, by using an array, we can only perform a very simple searching operation. Anyway, in this topic, we are going to do two major things. The first thing is search a particular element in the array, and the second thing is search array to find duplicate numbers. Okay, so let's move to the first topic. Okay, the pseudocode for searching a particular element in the array. So as you can see, this is a graphical representation of some kind of array. So this array having 10 elements, which is the lower bound is 0 and upper bound is 9 according to the indexes. And now I'm going to search for 1. So this 1 means not the index 1, but the value of the element, corresponding element. So you can perform the search operation for any kind of element that consists of in this array. So here you can see the basic pseudocode for that operation. So it is very simple. First you have to initialize the corresponding variable to perform your searching procedure rapidly. Otherwise you can say to perform your while loop or for loop or any kind of iteration. So I in here I have defined I as my iteration variable, and this is the loop, and we are going to do this loop until it reaches to the upper bound. And if we found our value that we are going to search, then there will be printing a simple string called value found. Otherwise it will not printing anything, but it will increases I by 1. Then this corresponding loop will flows up until to the upper bound. When it reaches to the upper bound, the program will be ended. So in here it only printing whether it is found. So we can advance that course and advance this code as to print. If the value is not found, then we can print a string like the value is not found at in this end. Before this step is encountered, we can perform some kind of printing method. So it's very simple, you can do that. And let's move to the C code. Okay, so this is our C code after we done it. So let's move to the C code. Ignore this code. This different code. Okay, so let's define our. Let's include our library function stdio.h. Then we can define a max size, let's say 10. Then our void main function. So in here I'll define my array as arr max, which consisting 10 elements. So let's like this 3, 6, 88, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So those are just random arrays, and int I for our iteration purposes, and int num for get an input from the user and store it. So first we can print a simple message called a simple text called enter the number that you want to search, or something like that. So, and you can store that value at the num variable. Then we can perform a simple while loop in order to traverse each and every elements which consist in the array. So we can say I less than max. So now we can perform our checking procedure. So it will be like this. And the if statement will be the num is equal to, or we can say arri arri equal to num. So first I should check the first index. In order to do that, I'll define the I as 0. So if it is equal to num, which means we have founded our element, so we can print like this: number found at this index. So the index will be printed, and if it is not found, you can just okay, otherwise also first let's define another variable like int found equal to 0. So this will shows if the number is found or not. If the number is found, then the found will be 1, otherwise the found will remain as 0. So it is better. So in here we can declare our found as 1 if it is found. So if it is not found, which means else, the found will be 0. And okay, it's like this. And after the if statement, we can increment our I by 1. Then afterwards we can check whether our number is found or not. If our number has not been found through the entire array, then the number that we are entered is not existing on the array. So it should be printed that the number is not found at the array. So in order to do that, we can compare our found variable. So if the found variable is still equal to 0, which means that is that has not been changed, so the number has not been found. So they will be printing a simple message called number has not been found, at the given array or something like that. So I'll use the new line method over these places, so it will be more convenient. It's like this. So let's compile our code. So no errors. Then run it. Okay, let's check for the number 8. So number found at 2, and it's saying the number has not been found. So this is the thing. So when it traversing all over the array, at some point is found should be equal 0. So let's assume our number 8 is the number that we are going to search. So it will be when it comes to this place, the found will be 1, and when it reaches to the next element, which is the 9, so the found will be 0. So there will be some problem afterwards because the number is not found. So this statement should not be better being removed. Otherwise you can use the break statement also, but it will give another error, and I will explain it later. So don't use the break statement over here. It is better not using this else statement. Okay, let's compile again and run it again. So let's check that 8 again. Okay, so it's saying number found at second index. So you can search any kind of number over here. Okay, so let's check another number. So I'm going to search number 5. So the number 5 is existing at the 2 places. So if our code is running correctly, it should be saying that the number 5 is existing at the first index and the 8th index. So because it existing at the 2 places. So let's check that also. So it's saying number found at first index and number found at 8th index. So this is the reason why I say not to use break function over here. So if you use break function over here, then if we found number 5 at this first index, then this loop will be over. So there will be not traversing any kind of elements in this array, and it will not be found this 5 also. So it will be only encountered with the one element, which is not correct. So let me guys show you that issue. So now I has been used break function over here. So if I now entered 5, it will be only saying number found at first index, which is quite wrong. So don't use break function over here, then it will be run fine like this. So let's enter some kind of value that not existing on this array, like maybe 69. So this number is not existing in this array, or maybe let's enter number 70, which is more better, and enter. Okay, so now it's print number has not been found. So our program is working correctly, and this is how we implement a C code for step search a particular element in the array.